Hi, I'm Lindsay Wittrock, outpatient therapist at Nystrom Associates in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Today I want to talk to you about cognitive distortions. Cognitive distortions are patterns of inaccurate negative thinking. I'm going to explain several common forms of cognitive distortions. The first is overgeneralization, which is when you make a general rule based on only one or a few events. For example, I failed a test, so I'm stupid and I'll never succeed. I had a horrible day, so life sucks. I forgot someone's birthday, so I'm a terrible friend. The reality is, one mistake doesn't define a person. One day or even 1 year doesn't define your whole life. Step back and look at the whole picture. The next cognitive distortion is personalization, which is when you take things personally that aren't about you or aren't your responsibility. For example, a friend talks about their parenting style, which is different than mine, and I take it as an attack on my own parenting. A coworker didn't seem to have fun at my party, so I think I'm a bad host. The reality is, other people's thoughts, feelings, and actions are about them. You are only responsible for your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. Another cognitive distortion is mind reading, which is assuming you know what someone else is thinking. For example, my coworker is in a bad mood, so I assume they're mad at me. A neighbor didn't invite me to a party, so I assume they don't like me. I fumbled my words during a presentation, and I assume my coworkers must think I'm stupid. The reality is you can't know what someone else is thinking, and assuming the worst isn't helpful. Our next cognitive distortion is mental filtering, which is when you focus on the negative while ignoring the positive. For example, my boss listed one area for improvement on my performance review, so I feel awful and ruminate solely on that one piece, ignoring all the areas in which she said I'm performing well. I focus on one awkward conversation with a coworker and feel like a social failure, ignoring all the positive interactions I've also had. When you find yourself filtering, look for the positives. Keep a list and be sure to give positive examples as much of your time and attention as you do negatives. A similar cognitive distortion is discounting the positive, which is explaining away positive things as not truly positive. My coworker complimented me, but she was just being nice. My sister talks to me, but that doesn't count. She has to because she's my sister. I passed the test, but only because it was easy. The reality is, your positive experiences are just as valid as your negative experiences, and you deserve the joy they can bring you. Finally, we have polarization, which is viewing things as black and white, all or nothing. For example, I'm trying to quit smoking, but I had a cigarette today. I already failed, so I might as well smoke the whole pack. I only have a half hour before leaving for work and can't possibly get my whole house clean in that time, so I'll just watch TV instead. If I can't do the project perfectly, I might as well not do it at all. The reality is, having one cigarette brings you closer to your goal than having an entire pack. Cleaning for a half hour is better than not at all. Perfect isn't possible, and the best you can do, whatever that is worth doing. Now that you're familiar with a few of the common cognitive distortions, see if you can notice yourself using them in your daily life. Once you recognize these patterns, you can begin to challenge them and develop more accurate, productive, and healthy thinking patterns. Thanks for listening, and be well.